Hey guys, hi guys, Ronald here with Lyft. I wanted to go ahead and make a video today as promised. Trying to pump out 2 a week, so while I'm sitting here waiting for a ride, I figured it'd be a good time to go ahead and talk a little bit about ratings and how those work with Lyft. A lot of the drivers don't really care for the way how Lyft does its ratings. If I'm going to be honest, in the beginning, I didn't really care for it either. I still don't necessarily find it a fair way to rate someone, and the consequences are kind of harsh. And going into what I mean by that, it's a 5-star rating. Now, usually when someone thinks a 5-star rating, you got, at least the way how I look at it, and a lot of people that I know view it this way. 5 stars, you did excellent, no room for improvement, fantastic. I would actually like to continue riding with that individual. Then we have 4 stars, which it was a great experience. I enjoyed Lyft in general. The driver was great to me. But it's not necessarily something where you want to stick with the same driver or something like that from a customer's perspective. Then we have 3 stars, average. You guys are as good as Uber. The driver was good. Maybe there was a suggestion here or there. Maybe the driver didn't talk as much or interact as much as the customer would have liked. 2 stars, below average. Maybe the car was dirty, the driver may not have been as conversational as he would have liked. 1 star, the driver said something offensive, went the wrong way, overcharged somehow. Things of that nature. But in actuality, the way how the rating system works with Lyft, if you get anything below 4.2 on a rating, you risk being deactivated on the whole. What do I mean by on the whole? Say if you have 100 reviews, and 98 of them are 5-star ratings, and the remaining 2 are 4-star ratings. Well, you're going to be fine. It'll knock you down in the point system a little bit, but overall you'll be fine. But on your way to getting those 100 reviews, if someone marks you at a 4-star rating, that could be detrimental. Because again, mathematically, if you drop below 4.2, you run the risk of being deactivated. Which is pretty much the same thing as being fired. So, the way how the rating actually works is they only keep 100 of the last reviews. So if you had a customer that was rather difficult or something like that, yes, eventually it will go away. But it could impact you up front. It's not really something where you have to worry about it, but it's something that you have to understand and respect. So I'm going to make another video later on talking about different tips and tricks and stuff like that to keep a 5.0 or as close to it as possible. You're always going to get a customer who is just not happy with the world. Or if you don't get that, then you'll get someone who's a realist thinking, nobody's perfect, so I'm not going to rate them as a 5-star rating. And that's fair, because I myself, until I started working for Lyft, I used very few people would get a 5-star rating from me. Now, that wasn't because I was being mean or anything like that. Just, nobody's perfect. So, I always took the perspective of give them the compliment and then give them what you feel may have made it better. And that would deserve a 4-star rating for me. Now, actually having been the driver and understanding how much a 4-star or below can impact someone, I'll typically give a 5-star rating for the sheer fact of what my gripe, as small as it could be, may not necessarily be with them. And even if I did have a gripe with them, unless if they really did something to screw up, I don't want them to be deactivated for it. So typically, and when I'm exploring with other companies and they ask me rating, I ask what's the consequence of getting a lower than perfect rating. And depending on what they say is how I'll answer the question. Now, I digressed a little bit there, but going back to the way how the rating will go ahead and work. Like I said, you have those 100 pull. It'll go ahead and disappear after 100, and it'll just kind of keep getting pushed down the list of the different ratings. I've only had 2 4-star ratings that I can think of. Maybe 3, but only 2 of which gave explanations, and I very much disagree with them. And to my knowledge, there's really no way to contest that. Or even if you contest it, there's no way to get it off your record. The first was, I waited at someone's apartment for 5 minutes. They have 5 minutes to get from their door to my car. And if they don't, I have the option of calling them, figuring out what's going on, or just leaving. Well, I called them. They said that they'll be about another 10 minutes, and they said that that's fine. I told them that that's fine. But I have to go ahead and start the meter. So if I would leave, I would just get $5 for wasting my time, and that was it. But it was early in the morning. She had told me she had to go to work. I didn't want to make her wait, so I decided, okay, I'm going to wait the 10 minutes. I started the meter. Well, I get a 4-star review saying, I don't know if he was trying to make money on me, but he started the meter before I got there. Okay. Well, I could have left, and you just would have had to find another ride, true, but then, that would wind up costing you anyways. So, take the 10 cents a minute fee hit that you agreed to, and everything should be fine. So that was the first one. The second one was more recent, about a week ago actually, and I had picked someone up from the mall, and they had asked me if I had an iPhone charger, and I apologized, and I said I don't. I only have an Android cord, but I do have the USB adapter if that'll help. Meaning, I have something where she can plug it into, I just don't have the actual cord since I don't have an iPhone. Which I'm going to go into the equipment video later on and talk about how you need one of those, because to prevent a 4-star rating or any lower ratings for something silly like that. I apologize for that. I had a ride. At any rate, I knew that it was going to be a problem with the iPhone cord, because at that rate she turned at me and said, Uber drivers have iPhone cords. Which my response in my head was, well, that's weird, because all of Lyft drivers have Android cords. Which, to those who didn't get that was sarcasm, that was a dickish level of sarcasm. But instead, I certainly did apologize, and I put into the GPS where she wanted to go, and etc., etc. And anyways, she wanted a ride from one store in the mall to the other side in the mall. So I mean, it wasn't a long ride. So I'm not too sure what a 2-second charge would have done, but either way. So that's pretty much all there is to ratings. Stay tuned. In the next couple of days, I'm going to post a video about equipment, and I'm also going to try to get my business strategy videos. Unfortunately, the business strategy one's going to take me a little while. It is very, very helpful, though. So I've been told the few people that I have actually talked to in person, who has taken the advice and utilized it, it has helped out a lot. The equipment video is also going to be good. That's not just going to be about equipment within your vehicle, but it's different apps and stuff like that that's going to help you immensely in the long run. If you like this video, I appreciate it if you like and possibly subscribe for more content later on down the road. If this is just a one-time stop for you, hey, I appreciate it anyways, and hope to see you out on the road. Take care, guys.